Ever wonder how billionaires seem to own everything, yet almost nothing in their own name? The answer is holding companies. These are powerful legal structures that allow the wealthy to control assets, reduce taxes, protect wealth from lawsuits, and build long-term financial empires without exposing everything personally. Today, we break down exactly how this system works and why it's one of the most important tools in advanced wealth building. Holding companies are not just for massive corporations. They are a core strategy used by wealthy families and investors to organize and protect wealth. Instead of owning assets directly, they place them under a legal structure that controls everything while separating risk. A properly structured holding company can help reduce tax burden across multiple income sources, protect assets from lawsuits and liabilities, simplify estate and inheritance planning, enable smooth generational wealth transfer, centralize control of multiple businesses and investments. Now let's break down how they actually work step by step. Part 1. What is a holding company? A holding company is a legal entity that does not run daily business operations. Instead, its main purpose is to own other companies or assets. It can hold real estate properties, operating businesses, stocks and investments, intellectual property, brands, patents, royalties. The key idea is separation. The holding company sits at the top, while different assets are placed in separate subsidiaries underneath it. This structure limits risk and improves control. Part 2. Why the rich use holding companies. 1. Asset protection. If one business or property gets sued, the damage stays isolated. Other assets remain protected because they are legally separated. 2. Tax efficiency. Profits can stay within the structure and be reinvested instead of being immediately taxed personally. Losses in one area may offset gains in another depending on structure. 3. Estate planning. Instead of transferring dozens of assets individually, ownership can be passed through shares of one holding company, making inheritance simple and structured. 4. Centralized control. Multiple businesses and investments can be managed from one top-level entity, making operations more organized and scalable. 5. Privacy. In many cases, assets appear under the company's name rather than the individual, adding a layer of privacy. Part 3. Basic structure. A simple version looks like this. Holding company to real estate, LLC to business, LLC to investment, LLC. Each subsidiary owns a specific asset or business. The holding company owns all subsidiaries. This structure ensures that risk is separated and profits are organized. Part 4. Types of holding companies. 1. Pure holding company. Only owns shares or assets and does not operate any business. 2. Mixed holding company. Owns assets but also runs some business operations directly. 3. Family holding company. Designed for families to manage wealth, assets, and inheritance across generations. 4. Personal holding company. Often used for high-income passive investments, but must be structured carefully to avoid tax penalties. Part 5. How it is built, step by step. Step 1. Choose jurisdiction. Common choices include Delaware, Wyoming, or Nevada due to strong legal protection and privacy laws. Step 2. Select structure. Most investors use LLCs for flexibility or corporations for more formal structures. Step 3. Create subsidiaries. Each major asset, property, business, or investment is placed in a separate entity. Step 4. Set legal agreements. Operating agreements define ownership, control, and profit distribution. Step 5. Register properly. Obtain tax identification numbers and file required legal documents. Step 6. Open bank accounts. Each entity must have separate accounts to maintain clean financial separation. Step 7. Transfer assets. Move ownership of properties, shares, or intellectual property into the structure. Part 6. Advanced structuring. Layering. Wealthy families often build multi-layer systems. Parent holding company to real estate, holding to individual property, LLCs to investment, holding to private equity, LLC to IP and brand, LLC. This creates strong protection because each asset is isolated. If one fails, the rest remains safe. Part 7. Real-world examples. Berkshire Hathaway, a massive holding structure owning dozens of companies across industries under one umbrella. Walton family uses centralized entities to manage Walmart ownership and family wealth planning. Li Ka-shing built a global empire using subsidiaries across real estate, telecom, energy, and infrastructure. Part 8. Tax strategy benefits. Holding companies allow deferring taxes by keeping profits inside the structure, optimizing income distribution timing, using intercompany transactions legally, structuring inheritance to reduce estate taxes. When combined with proper planning, they significantly improve long-term wealth efficiency. Part 9. Common mistakes. Avoid these errors. Mixing personal and business funds. Creating overly complex structures without need. Ignoring reporting and compliance rules. Attempting offshore setups without legal compliance. Poor structure can lead to penalties or loss of protection. Part 10. Asset protection power. Holding companies are powerful because they separate risk between assets, protect personal wealth from lawsuits, shield operating businesses from failure, add privacy to ownership structure. In simple terms, one problem does not destroy everything. Part 11. Trusts plus holding companies. Advanced wealth structures often combine trusts for ownership and inheritance control, holding companies for asset management. This combination helps reduce estate taxes, protect assets from creditors, pass wealth across generations smoothly. Part 12. Final insight. A holding company is not about hiding wealth. It is about organizing, protecting, and scaling it. The ultra-wealthy don't just earn money. They structure it intelligently so it survives legal risks, taxes, and generations of change. Understanding holding companies gives you a look into how real wealth is structured at the highest level. It is not just about making money, it is about controlling and protecting it strategically. If you apply these principles correctly, you move from simply earning income to building a long-term financial system that can last for generations. For more advanced wealth strategies, stay consistent, stay disciplined, and keep learning how money actually works at the top level.